So I was a heroin addict for the best part of 10 years. My life was in a really bad place, was in a lot of darkness. I got pregnant with my daughter and I was in a violent relationship, a drug-based relationship. He got sent to jail. And I ended up sort of just randomly turning up outside this church, and I don't really know why, but I felt very drawn to come in here. I was very nervous because I was very ashamed of my addiction, and I was worried about people judging me. Anyway, I didn't come in and I just left it. I ended up by the council being put in a shared house, and one of them girls on a Wednesday night said to me, "Look, I'm going to this drop-in down at St Peter's Church," and I was like, wow, that's that church I've been hanging around outside. And I ended up going the next week. I came in, I walked in the doors, and I instantly knew, it was such a mad thing, I knew the minute I walked in here, this is where I was meant to be, and these are the people that are going to help me, and they were just the loveliest people. I didn't really believe it. It's not like I walked into church and I started believing in God. It was definitely something that was a process. But I started realising I was changing as a person. A lot of anger and stuff that I'd been dealing with over past issues that I'd dealt with every day for many years, which is the main reason why I was using drugs in the first place, was to block all that out. It had gone. I wasn't feeling it anymore, which, for me was a real moment in my life, because, I know that God got rid of all that for me. And throughout my pregnancy, I had social services involved. 5 days before I was due to give birth to Ava, I found out that they were going to be taking her once I'd given birth to her, which they did. I had her on the Monday, they came the following Tuesday to get her, and I was broken. It was like grieving for a child. It was just horrible, and I couldn't stop crying. I was crying from the belly, and I lay there, in this real emotional state, and I looked up and I said, "God, if you really are working in my life, you need to help me, because I'm scared." I remember feeling really calm, just completely calm. All that emotion and all that pain I was feeling drained out of my body from my head to my toe. It just went. I just had this overwhelming need to find out who Jesus was and throw myself into the Bible. I just felt so different. My outlook on everything had changed. I knew I was going to get Ava back, which I did. Ava come back a couple of months later. I was desperate for housing. I was trying to get out of this house that I was still living in, this shared house. Kate, our warden here, I became really close to. She had bought a property on the same road as church, just a little bit further up. And she took me there one day and she was like, do you want to rent this off me? Do you want this house? And I was just like that, wow. That, if that's what God put in people in your life, I really don't know what is. So Ava come home, I moved into the property up the road. Then Gav and Jem approached me and asked me about joining Eden, which is something I'd never really thought about. But then my family, my mum contacted me and she's back involved, so she helps out when I do Eden stuff. And, yet again, that's a God moment, And yeah, life is good, God is good, life is good, yeah.